Hey everybody, welcome back to Grey County Grilling. Chris here, and today I am doing a review of my Napoleon Apollo smoker. I've had it for over a year and I think I've got to know it pretty well, so I figured it is time for me to tell you all about it. So stick around and we'll get right to it. This right here is the Napoleon Apollo AS300K vertical water smoker. Now that is the technical model number, but I just call it the Napoleon Apollo. And let's pull this off and get a nice reveal. All right, there it is. So as you can see, it is very similar in design to the Weber Smokey Mountain, and that is one of the reasons that I decided to go with this smoker. I was looking for something in the price range of about $400, and it was between this and the Weber Smokey Mountain. But this provided some nice features that I liked over the Weber Smokey Mountain. And then I found it for $350 last year, so I had to jump on it. So I've had it for about a year. I have done quite a few cooks on it, and I've got a playlist here on my channel. I'll put a link over in the corner there so you can check all of those out. And let's get right to it. The Apollo comes in two different sizes. There is the 16-inch and the 19-inch. This is the 19-inch. I decided to go with the bigger model because I didn't think the 16-inch would be big enough for my family of four, so that was a big factor. And I have to say that this provides the perfect amount of room, and I don't think I've run into a situation where I have cooked anything that's too big for it. So 19 inches is probably good. If you're thinking of going between the 16-inch and the 19-inch, I would definitely suggest going with the 19-inch. You're gonna pay about $150 more, I believe, but in the end, it is definitely going to be worth it. Okay, we'll start at the top, and first is the dome thermometer, which is absolutely useless. I mean, I don't think I've seen a smoker yet where the lid thermometer is anywhere near accurate. This thing is off usually by about 50 degrees, give or take. Sometimes it's 50 degrees above, sometimes it's 50 degrees below. You never know. So yeah, definitely invest in a good digital thermometer, and I'll actually put the review to the TP08 from ThermoPro up here in the corner as well. And the handle is good and solid. It doesn't get hot, so you can just grab that with a bare hand when you are taking the lid off. Here's your standard top vent. Yeah, mine sticks a little bit, but I mean, I never touch that. That always stays open. So the fact that it sticks a little bit is not an issue. One of the reasons that I liked the Napoleon Apollo over the Weber Smokey Mountain is this right here, the clips to hold the lid and actually all of the sections in place. Now, one problem is that when I got this, these did not sit very tightly at all. And as you can see, it looks like I put some gasket on there, and that's because this did not sit tight at all. But putting this gasket here, I think this cost me about 15 bucks off of Amazon. So not a big deal at all. And the gasket has helped seal this up really well. I was dealing with a lot of smoke leak when I first got it, and that made controlling the temperatures very, very difficult. I mean, just going with a standard minion method, low and slow cook, I was hitting 300, 325, 350, and I couldn't bring it down because the bottom vents, I just could not control the airflow with those because of all of the leaks here. And you can see in the doors as well, I had to put some gasket on there as well. And that has actually helped seal those up really nicely too. The reason that I got this over the Weber Smokey Mountain is these handles right here. It helps making move each section very, very easy. Now these do get a little hot during the cook, but not too bad. I usually like to wear gloves anyway when I'm lifting that up, but it's not too much of an issue. And then you've got little holes here for you to put a digital thermometer in. So that is where my grill grate temperature probe goes when I am cooking, and that gives me a great reading on the temperature inside the smoker. And you have one down here as well, so there's two grates here. You can kind of get an idea of where they are, and you've got a hole here for a temperature probe on the lower grate as well. And here are the two doors. I know with the Weber Smokey Mountain, you've just got one big door that you take off and put back on. This gives you two smaller doors that you just open, and that gives you access to the bottom grate. And then the second door here gives you access to the charcoal grill, charcoal grate, basket, whatever you want to call it. The documentation for the Apollo says that this bottom door here is great when you need to add more charcoal. In theory, yes. The problem is, unless you have a chute of some sort, you're not going to be able to just dump a chimney of charcoal in there. I mean, you can throw in handfuls of unlit charcoal, but if you are trying to stoke the fire and bring the temperature up, you're going to need lit charcoal, and you need a chute of some sort. I tried just dumping a chimney of lit charcoal in there. It did not work at all. It was a terrible idea. So if you are going to use this to add more charcoal, you're going to need a chute of some sort. I'm kind of thinking I'm just going to grab some old eaves trough, and that would probably work really well. But the door is great. Great, grill grate, great, get it? Yeah, that was stupid. The door is great for getting to the charcoal and adding more wood if you think you need to add more. So that is definitely an easy access area to add more wood. Okay, so I have taken pretty much all of the smoker off and left just the bottom bowl and the charcoal basket here. Give you a look at the charcoal basket, and I like this over the Weber Smokey Mountain because it is just one piece. There is just one piece to the charcoal basket. The Weber Smokey Mountain, you got the charcoal grate and the charcoal ring, which are separate, which can be a pain in the butt, and you just have to, reattach those together. But this way, it is perfect. It's just one piece with the ring attached to the grate, and the grate has the crisscross there, which makes sure that the small pieces of charcoal don't fall through while they're still lit, and you're wasting all the heat when it falls down into the bottom of the bowl here. Let's get a look at the vents rather, and the vents are just pretty standard. They turn fairly easily. They do get really hot though when you are cooking, so I've seen a few guys make mods on the Weber Smokey Mountain. Phil in Florence, he is the mod king when it comes to the Weber Smokey Mountain, and I believe he has just drilled some bolt holes through these tabs here, added a bolt with a cork on the end, and that just makes it real easy to turn those and not have to worry about burning your hands. Now here I have taken the charcoal basket out and just put one of the grill grates on, and you've got yourself a quick and easy charcoal grill. You just put your charcoal down in the bottom of the bowl, and there you go. You got yourself a makeshift kettle grill. Now the problem that I've found when doing this on my Apollo is that the lid does not fit on the bottom very well. So that leaves a lot of gap and a lot of airflow getting in, and makes it difficult. But I mean, in a pinch to do some burgers, hot dogs, sausages, whatever, this is a great feature of the Apollo. With this being a water smoker, it obviously comes with a water bowl, and this one is quite large. I think compared to the water bowl on the Weber Smokey Mountain, it's a lot bigger and holds a lot more water, so that gives you a longer time to kind of regulate the temperatures and hold them pretty steady. My issue with this big water bowl is that if I've got it full, I have a difficult time getting higher temperatures. So if I'm looking to cook at 275 or 300, I cannot fill up that water bowl. I have to cook with an empty water bowl because the amount of water there just absorbs so much of the heat that you're struggling to get it above 225. So I found that if I need to do 250, 275, 300, then no water in the water bowl. Sometimes I don't use the water bowl anyway and just have to fiddle with the vents a little bit more. But if you're just doing 225, fill up that water bowl with hot water, and that is going to run steady at 225 for a very long time. This is the configuration that you'll see the Apollo used by me and most people, I would assume, most of the time, and that is with the two middle sections on, the two grill grates. I don't know if you can see down there too well, the two grill grates, and then food goes on top here. The grill grates are stainless steel, nothing special. They are a bit of a pain in the butt to clean, but that's my own issue. I can be kind of lazy with cleaning the grill grates every now and then, but just a scraper and I mean you're pretty good to go. So this is how things look most of the time. This is the inside of the lid, and that bar there is another one of the reasons that I chose this over the Weber Smokey Mountain, and that's because the Apollo comes with 5 of these hooks, and what you do is slide these hooks over top of this bar in the lid, and you can hang your ribs and cook them that way. I like to call it pit barrel cooker style. You can actually see a video where I did some ribs. I'll put that up in the corner, pit barrel cooker style, and those turned out awesome. So I've only done ribs twice, I think, since then. Once on the red Weber kettle, and those turned out awesome, and another time in the Apollo here hanging from the lid. And I gotta say, that is my favorite way of doing ribs and was one of the big features that I enjoyed with the Apollo. The only issue I have is that the ribs, if you put them in, sorry I got a bug on me, if you put them in like this, the ribs are kind of going, you know, side to side, which kind of makes room a bit of an issue in there. So if you're gonna put the hooks in the ribs, try and put them in as much sideways as you can, and that's gonna give you a lot more room to hang, you know, 4, even 5 racks of ribs in the Apollo. So that is it. I think I've covered pretty much every aspect of this smoker and given you the good, the bad. There's really no ugly issues with it. I mean, the ugliest would probably be the loose fitting doors when I got it and the smoke leaks in the sections, but as you can see, those were a pretty cheap and easy fix. The reason that I decided to do this review is because I have not seen any reviews on YouTube, really. There's some that are not English, so that's kind of the reason. When I was doing research, I had to dig pretty deep to find any details. There were a few written reviews that I found about the Apollo out there on smoking meat forums. Amazing Ribs, I think they had some written reviews which really helped, but I did not find any in-depth English reviews on YouTube. So hopefully this will help anyone out who is looking to get the Napoleon Apollo. I think it is an absolutely fantastic cooker. I have enjoyed using it for the last year, and I look forward to getting back into summer now and having another great cooking season. If you like this video, then give me a thumbs up, please, and hit that subscribe button if you haven't done that either. Hit the bell icon as well so that you get notified every time I upload a new video. And share it with your friends, and leave me a comment down below. Let me know if you like my product reviews, if you don't like them, whatever. Any feedback is greatly appreciated. So thanks everybody for watching, and we will see you next time.